Warning, the following episode contains adult language and screaming goats. Listener discretion is advised.
How interesting.
Barrels of Fun releases their next game. Licensed their first music pen. So it's always like every manufacturer's got to have a music pen, don't they?
It does sort of feel that way, yeah.
Yeah, you got to try, you throw it in the ring. Their music pen is based around the iconic hit band. Are they a band?
Yeah, it's a band.
Band Bon Jovi.
Wow. Do you think this is a big thumb
You
in the
living on
eye?
a prayer?
I was actually referencing Living on a Prayer. This was a thumb in the eye to JJP, because JJP had Willy Wonka, and Living on a Prayer has the chorus with the Oompa Loompa, Oompa Loompa, Oompa Loompa. So that's how that part's always supposed to be sung. Oompa Loompa.
Do you like Bon Jovi music?
Yeah, it's not. We kind of talked about music earlier before we started recording. I don't think I have a single song like in my playlist though, so I can't say that Living on a Prayer's been in there before. But I just don't currently. I must have purged it for some reason. So maybe too many Oompa Loompas.
Then again, you do give love a bad name, so there could be that.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of them. Like, I had friends growing up who loved Bon Jovi. You know, it's kind of that pop rock, hard rock kind of style. Not too edgy, but popular. Easy to listen to, safe to play on the radio. Actually, I remember him. I think he guest starred on a few episodes of West Wing back in the...
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
How about that?
Yeah, I think so. I'll have to double check that. Correct. Email thepinballshow@gmail.com if I'm wrong, or right, I guess, because I'm not looking it up right now. Yeah, I think so.
The music's fantastic. Wanted Dead or Alive. Bad Medicine.
It's good pinball music. Like when people hear Elton John and they think it's probably going to be too slow and stuff. No, this will be more like Guns N' Roses, where people will be like, oh yeah, no, Bon Jovi. Yeah, I could see people rocking out. AC/DC. I could see people rocking out to shooting the silver ball while listening to this stuff.
It's perfect for that. And Living on a Prayer is probably one of the greatest classic rock songs of all time. Yes, iconic.
It's probably my favorite of the Bon Jovi songs, but
yeah, I do love that music. But then again, is this a theme that like screams to me? No, it's just not. Like it's in a way I like it. I love Elton John music too, but Elton John as a theme doesn't scream.
This is
to me.
A bit newer than some of the other stuff we've talked about, but this is going to get immediately lumped in as dad rock.
Mm-hmm.
It's
quintessential
just
dad rock.
Yeah. One might say it depends, those of us who are old will think dad rock was the stuff our dads listened to. So we're going to say, like, after you get outside of the 70s, it's not really dad rock anymore. But Bon Jovi, let's put it this way. Ain't no Foo Fighters.
No, it's a dad rock.
And so we were doing so good, Zach. We were doing so well. We got to the point after Foo Fighters where people were seriously discussing whether or not Stern might pull the trigger on Taylor Swift or something, or Beyonce, something that would be more associated with
Lady Gaga.
And then here's Barrels with their Barrel Reserve, and just as aged as whiskey is their band pin.
That's a good one. I like that one. Bon Jovi. What? Does Nirvana not work yet? Well, I think Nirvana
I've wondered
works
if
great.
Because of the suicide of the lead, if it's sort of seen as we're not going to touch this.
We can make fun of Abraham Lincoln getting assassinated at this point in pop culture, but we can't have a Nirvana.
Well,
pin.
no one's alive who remembers Abraham Lincoln, like who had ever met him.
That's
I don't know. I don't know if that's the answer, Zach. I'm just saying.
Is it because Kurt Cobain was murdered? Is that why?
I've wondered if it's.
You've wondered that too.
Also,
huh?
No. I've wondered if it
was
also.
An overdose.
No. I've also wondered if again we've seen plenty of exceptions to things like like talking about Elton John and such, but is grunge pinball music?
If it's Nirvana. What is Rage Against the Machine? Is that grungy or is that alternative? I don't know what that is.
I don't know the answer anymore.
Nirvana works. All right. Sorry.
People would buy Nirvana, so I think it works even if one might instinctively not initially think that you want to shoot the ball around to.
You think it works better or worse?
Smells
than
like
Bon
Team
Jovi?
Spirit, but I mean, Bon Jovi, as pinball music goes, it seems this is a very safe bet in some ways, but likewise, I can't think of a single, I don't read all the forums, Zach. I don't talk to and listen, I talk to all the pinheads. I don't listen to all the pinball podcasts. Did anyone ask for Bon Jovi?
I don't believe so.
This reminds me of when there was the rumor going around that JJP's ownership wanted Bob Marley.
Oh yeah, the Bob.
Nobody asked for Bob Marley and nobody asked for Bon Jovi. Nobody asked, even though they're both great artists. Nobody asked. You know what they did ask for, Zach?
What they asked for?
They asked for Fleetwood Mac.
Praise everything.
You want to do
they
dad
did.
rock? There you go.
Come on, Dennis
Do
and
Fleetwood
Zach.
Mac.
We will collab together. We will do a Fleetwood Mac. Okay, let's jump into Bon Jovi. What do we know about this game? We know a lot.
We know too much, maybe.
Yeah, they just announced this game. I was wanting to tell people, follow along as we're talking about this game. You can always follow along, look at the official pictures. Ken and Greg did a great interview over at Flip N Out Pinball podcast. They did a video interview of this game and the creators. So go check them out. Everybody's got to do a band pin. The people who made this game, designed David Van Ness, art, John Bergeron again, Johnny Crap came back for this one. And that's all I know offhand. My apologies to the team there. I don't have all the information at this point right now, even though this is the launch day. Just go with me there. Let's jump into the artwork. Looking at this artwork, this is a different vibe. Feels like the JJP's GNR. This it almost feels like Data East GNR. Some of the
are you thinking playfield and looking at Bon Jovi down there at the flippers and how that is composed?
It seems like it's supposed to be dated.
Yeah, I think so.
The cabinet art looks like Johnny Crap did his illustration of young John Bon Jovi with a lot of the gig posters and
old Bon Jovi,
the album art. Yeah. Oh, the back glass.
Yeah, lots of this kind of felt a little bit, although diversified, obviously. But yeah, getting back to Guns N' Roses. A lot of album art, montaging going on the cabinet.
That's what makes me feel like it's like that.
My reaction to the art package is this is very safe, like cabinet wise and stuff. I think this was I think it's logical. It's safe. It's well put together. I think it's visually pleasing. I don't. It
doesn't turn me off. It doesn't wow me.
Yeah. It playfield wise, going with that more old school style, it was interesting. I think that's kind of cool. It's a little kitschy. I don't know if like lots of people are really going to love it, but having the big like his guitar kind of as the featured art on most of the middle of the playfield and stuff. We've talked before. I know you're a real big fan of having like a big set piece rather than like lots of little heads around and stuff.
Yes, I like the big
This
stuff.
leans more into that, and I think here it works pretty well.
Yeah, look.
I don't know about the 90s drawing of Bon Jovi down there at the flippers. That's still, I think most people aren't going to care for that, but
that feels kind of almost like Rush. Rush was bad, but remember Rush with the...
It's kitschy. This is kitschy. I think, because again, then we start having some photos of the band through the years and stuff as we move up the play field. It's, it's okay.
When we talk about, so artwork is whatever. It's not blowing my socks off.
It's fine.
Toys, mechs, features like that. So, Dennis, jump into what because you gave me something, one of your first impressions. I was like, oh, damn, I can see that now.
Well, the big thing that's going to stand out, I think, to people is going to be the Heart and Dagger there. It's the Heart and Dagger, which is a magnetic ball catch, and it serves as a diverter. It's 3-level, which is cool. Yeah. But that being said, you're going to see it. You're going to see its position, and you're going to think Rush.
The ramp thing in front of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's practically where the Rush shot is. The toy itself will thus also remind you of Lord of the Rings ring shot, because though not necessarily.
And kind of Time Machine Rush, But the ball stays in there. It can do multiple things.
Again, it's like, so it can go up, it can hold the ball while it lifts, but it's definitely, you know, I don't want to use the word safe too much, but this
is a safer game. I'm with you on that.
There's been so much about barrels and their world under glass that I felt like I see when I see their game. And then I see this and it feels derivative.
Of like banned games.
Like they've got the 3-ball, what they called it on the flyer, the Steel Horse 3-ball lock, which is a hidden magnet back orbit that can divert the ball into a vertical upkick that feeds a physical 3-ball lock. I'm pretty sure I've seen this done before. Mm-hmm. Again, I don't expect every pinball game to innovate. But for a game, like, because they're doing music instead of a world under glass, the question becomes, how do you convey the world of music under glass? Do you do full GNR and you make it feel like an actual stage show? No, they've gone more the traditional route here of trying to take elements from albums, maybe a little more like Elton John, a little more, taking elements.
This thing does light up like a Christmas tree. More than any of their other game. Well, it's a crazy light shows. And
I think the idea with they've got the 2 little mini flippers in play here, in addition to the standard 2 flippers at the bottom.
Well, no, did you hold up?
The shot geometry, I think, is kind of interesting.
You said standard flippers at the bottom.
Well, they're lightning flippers technically, but
who does that? I'll give them, that's cool. They came out with lightning flippers game in 2026. Bram Stoker's Dracula. What is this? That is madness. I kind of like that. I do like that.
I still don't know if there's actually a bigger flipper gap here though, or if they shortened the gap and just use lightning flippers for space reasons. So because that's why I didn't get super excited about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because also is that a center post below the ball save light?
Yes.
It's a center post. It's a center post. Yeah. Now I respect that. The layout's actually, I think, kind of interesting here.
It's one of the highlights for me. Yeah.
So there's the flipper in the left out lane to fire it back into. What do you think of that?
That's one of the, because I'm mixed on this game. Ultimately, it's a barrels game. I can see what they're doing. It's going to be a phenomenal game. It's going to be good. But I'm mixed on the theme. I'm mixed on the looks of it. I'm mixed on a lot of things. Do we need a Bon Jovi game? So I'm not here saying this is the second coming. There are some things that stand out that I love, and believe it or not, I do love that. I love that whole crowd surfing, jumping back into the
I like that it actually lets you shoot a shot into the play. So that part, I like otherwise that. I remember flipper ball saves from Zaccaria pins, like Farfalla. Yeah. So, and they are just kind of like the ball drains so quick. It can be kind of like the Jedi ball save in the new Star Wars trilogy game, where people feel frustrated by it. It's a question of how quick does it drain? Do you feel like or is it going to be like that? Is it going to be like Foo Fighters where it felt like you really did have a good chance?
This is Uncanny X-Men to me. It's this, hey, if you let it go past that flipper, you're going to lose the ball. But if you time it just right, you can get it back into play. I think it makes sense to the theme. So this is one of the standout features to me that sets it apart from other games. I like
and it's cool that it's the jump ramp that it's going off of. Yep. Hence the crowd surfing. But
I like that.
Yeah.
And what's this loop-de-loop thing? Captive ball, like loop-de-loop. It's bizarre looking. I like it, but I don't know how it kind of works. So that's kind of fresh and different. I just like the layout. Barrels does a good job of just giving you different shots on a layout that don't feel the same. Granted, the placement of the main toy, that gives me total rush vibes.
So my overall takeaway is I do think that the layout looks interesting to shoot.
Yeah,
whether it'll be fun or not. I want to try it. I like that it does actually, as I start to drill down, does feel like those aspects are different. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that none of the toys actually look all that, different.
Well, yeah, because it's like, what are you going to do for a theme of Bon Jovi? Like, what are you going to bring toy wise? I don't know. Like, they have a lot of ball locks, which always good for us pinball people. We like physical ball locks, and they have that in spades here. But I love the lighting on this. Just believe me when I say,
but I don't like talking about lighting because nobody screws up lighting anymore.
Really good point. But like even the Bon Jovi sign in the back, that seems simple, but I really like that. I like the size of it. I like that it's
nice. Yeah.
It's almost like the Kiss topper.
And you got
I
art
like
blades, helping it feel lived in on the sides and stuff. It's not just black. I mean, they got the usual barrels touches that help, I think, make it be as immersive as it can be, except
for me, barrels is becoming like that. I can bank on them making an awesome, beautiful, detailed game. They're like becoming that JJP like for me, where I'm like, regardless of the theme, regardless of the toy, like it's going to be spectacular to look at. So that'd be my biggest compliment for barrels. I'm not worried about that. It's just my expectations for barrels is higher than I have for a lot of people. So that's why it may sound mixed here. For example, like the powder coat, for some reason, whoever's picking out powder coat over at barrels, they need a raise. That the powder coats that like Winchester, maybe the best powder coat package in all of pinball. This is reminiscent to that. It's stunning, and they're spending more time and energy and probably money on simple details like that. Same as like the apron. I love the little details of like the levers on the apron for that amp kind of thing. The levers move up and down. Remember Winchester, how the Ouija board kind of thing lit up.
Oh yeah.
So they're doing the extra little things that it's going to be hard to walk up to this thing and not stand out as something special to everything else. But from a pinball perspective, not really the theme that I'm looking for. Artwork is fine, but that's what kind of bums me out about this whole deal. But yeah, they're still going to have the Evergloss, high gloss, rad cow kind of things on the side. Another bummer for me, back panel LCD. That's been a Barrels thing. We got that in all games. We got it in Pepper's Ghost in Winchester, but we got interactive on Dune, Labyrinth, not here. Now they said that doesn't always didn't really call for this theme. I don't know if I believe that. I think if anything, the things they want to add it kind of blocked so much so that it seems like an afterthought. So why put the money into the backboard LCD? My argument would be because that's your thing. That's part of what helps identify your games from others. Do that, and then anybody else that does that because it's a brilliant idea is kind of trying to take your thunder. Don't let off the gas now with that thing. So I would have liked to have seen that at the backboard. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, I was re-reviewing some of the video footage to try and understand exactly how the captive ball thing works. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it's just designed to allow you to use the captive ball to hit a spinner, and then it just drops back into position. Okay. I think it goes up top and drops back into position. It's hard. It goes real quick, so it's hard to tell. But you
can just rip that thing then.
Yeah, that's pretty. I'll actually say I think that's more clever than a lot of most of the ball locks are like I'm getting shadow vibes. Where balls are getting grabbed and then thrown into something or thrown into another thing that then up kicks just so it can drop down to kind of give you a quasi Godzilla without having to have an entire building come down, sort of thing. Again, all fine, but not,
nothing revolutionary here. Nothing.
No. And again,
breaking the molds.
I think that's fine. It's just, they're also not very visually interesting though, is maybe where that's kind of,
they're more mechanical in nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you there. We don't know. I mean, sound of this game is going to be, if they're playing the songs, that's what you're looking forward to in this game. Yeah. I think that Bon Jovi wanted this game made. If hopefully I'm not speaking out of, but I think that Bon Jovi was looking for.
What band doesn't want to be in a pinball machine?
Absolutely. But there's only certain amounts that make sense for them to even have that discussion. Right. So that's how big Bon Jovi is. Animation display, I don't know. Pricing, I don't even, again, I know this is launch and technically at launch I do know, but go with me here. I don't know what the pricing is. How do you think this thing will sell?
What do we want to compare to?
There are other
I'll say that.
releases?
I'll put it this way. Okay, yeah, then I'll do that. I think this sells worse than Dune.
Oh, okay. All right.
But not
Dune,
much worse.
Let's say Dune 800.
Yeah. I'll say this is going to break 5.
Okay, so you think it sells more than Winchester?
Yes. I think this will sell probably between 6 and 800.
If it wasn't for that Barrels Reserve, because I'm with you. If the rules are good, as they have been spectacular on the previous Barrels games, then I'm with you. Yeah, it's going to sell that many.
It's a music pin. I'm assuming we're just going to play songs. We're not going to go through a story. People aren't going the Muad'Dib adventure or trying to win the story, like the moments of Labyrinth. It's just a stage show.
Well, one of the good things that was cool, though, is Vaness was telling me that, yeah, sure, they have concert footage and stuff too, but I think they have some music video footage too. That would be, because we don't see music pins do that. They don't get the rights of the music videos. But
generally speaking, with very few exceptions like Alice Cooper's Nightmare Castle, exceptions like Foo Fighters, it's not a story. And because of that, I feel the immersion is never there the same way. Yep. The whole, like, I think
which turns me off of band pins.
Right. I think band pins are better location pins than a lot of things.
Or casual playing.
But there's a reason why you hear people got to the point where they're like, why do we have to keep having more band pins? And you never heard people going, why do we have to have yet another movie pin? Mm-hmm. It's like, it's different, right? Absolutely like true. Band pins almost always have the same fundamental structure. You pick a song. Maybe the song changes the rules or the shots you have to do, mm-hmm. but you just pick a song and you play through the game. And the game is just playing songs. And hey, you got to some special. It's not like go and we'll do 3 Guardian modes and then we get to do Cherry Bomb. And mm-hmm. it's like, it holds them back. I think that's why there's the frustration.
I'm kind of signing up to all Barrel stuff just because it's just, I love the looks and the feel of these games. They just look so damn good. And they're so back. Like they have all the damn options, like a spooky game. You had all the options already on them. I love it. Okay. Production timeline. I think they'll probably start making these sooner than later because I don't know what else they're going to be building. Because they've built pretty much all their dunes. They've built all their Winchester kind of thing. So, and again, no different models. Barrel's going to stick to their one model, fully packed. I should have one of these. Hopefully we'll get one soon. We'll do some media on it, stream it. I want to get my hands on this thing to really. This could be the greatest game ever. Right now, I'm tempering my expectations on what this is, but we're halfway there. Might be living on a prayer. But as always, if you're looking to order a Bon Jovi game yourself, I think this is going to be a heavy, maybe a women flock to the Bon Jovi. They love the Bon Jovi, right? They get all hot and bothered by the Bon Jovi. I think that's the whole thing. Back in the 80s, I don't think I'm telling anybody a secret here. Bon Jovi played to the ladies and to some dudes too, but he is sexy. I think this is a women's kind of, they like the Jovi. But if you're wanting to like the Jovi yourself, maybe you have a spouse that wants the Jovi. Go to flippandoutpinball.com, order yours today, or email me at Zach, Z-A-C-H, at flipnoutpinball.com. Are you a reserve member? Remember, even if you are a reserve member, damn it, you can still buy from your dealer. We can still guarantee you one too. Why not? We know how many games we're getting. Well, we'll guarantee you one. Support Barrels by giving them $75. Support Flipping Out by giving us the sale. Then everybody's happy because Barrels, they just created this so that everybody can come together and get swag and events and stuff. Do them that service. Hell, I'll get you a membership for you. Give us the sale. Is that fair, Dennis? Maybe that's a promotion we should do. I'll sign you up to the membership. In no way
sounds desperate.
That's right. I'll sign you up to their membership so you can get the t-shirts. Give me the sale.
When I buy my pinball shit, I buy from Flippin' Out. From toppers, sharp blades, outs, I've got it figured out. Flippin' out, figured out. When I think of pinball, I think Flippin' Out. Flippin' out, figured out. When I buy from Flippin' Out. Buy.